A marriage without touch. A true story many are afraid to tell. This story may sound like fiction, but the truth is, millions live this life quietly. Every single day, a marriage that looks perfect from the outside, but feels empty on the inside. So tonight, I want to tell you about Sarah and Daniel. Two people who loved each other once. Two people who still loved each other. Silently, Sarah believed in love with all her heart. She believed marriage was a promise, a bond that would only grow stronger over time. She pictured late-night cuddles, little surprises, holding hands under the blankets, and hearts that never stopped beating for each other. And in the beginning, it was exactly like that. Daniel adored her. He touched her like she was the only woman in the world. He would pull her close at 2 a.m., just to whisper, "I love you." They laughed easily, kissed without reason, and made love like every moment was their last. But time changes people, or maybe it reveals them. At first, the changes were small. Daniel came home later. He said he was tired, stressed. He stopped initiating affection. Hugs became short, kisses became quick, and intimacy disappeared like it was never there. Sarah tried to stay calm. She told herself, "It's just a phase." But weeks turned into months, and months started feeling like years. There were nights she would turn to his side of the bed and see him already facing the wall, as if even in sleep he was running away from her. She cried quietly so he wouldn't hear, because the truth was, she wasn't angry. She was scared of losing him, scared of becoming invisible to the man she married, scared that she was no longer enough. Sarah changed her hair, her clothes, her smile. She bought new perfume, made fancy dinners, left romantic notes. But nothing worked. Daniel always had an excuse. "I'm tired. I have work tomorrow. Maybe this weekend, not tonight. Please." And every time he said it, her heart cracked just a little more. One night, she asked herself a painful question. How do you beg for love? From the person who promised to give it freely? When people talk about infidelity, lies, abuse, but no one talks about the pain of a sexless marriage, the pain of lying beside the person you love, and feeling more alone than ever, the pain of touch that never comes. Sarah started reading articles online. Most of them said the same thing. If there's no intimacy, someone else might be getting it. The thought poisoned her mind. Is there another woman? Is she prettier? More important? More exciting? She began to overthink everything. Every text message, every late night, every cold shoulder. She blamed herself. Maybe I'm boring. Maybe my body changed too much. Maybe he regrets choosing me. But here's the truth Daniel never said out loud. He still loved Sarah, deeply. But life had beaten him down. Work stress, financial pressure, fear of failing as a man. It killed his passion, not his love. He didn't know how to say it, and she didn't know how to ask. So they suffered, side by side, in silence. So one evening Sarah broke. She sat beside him and whispered with a shaking voice, "Daniel, do you still want me?" Daniel felt every word hit him like a knife. He saw the tears she tried to hide, and for the first time in a long while, he looked directly into her eyes. He grabbed her hand, a gesture she'd almost forgotten. He said softly, "I never stopped wanting you. I just stopped believing I deserve you." He confessed everything, his fears, his stress, his shame, his feeling of failure. It wasn't that he didn't desire her. He just didn't feel like a man anymore. So that night, for hours, they talked. Not about bills, not about work, not about responsibilities, but about them, their love, their needs, their pain. That was the night. Their healing began. Daniel held her like he wanted to protect her. From every lonely night she had cried, Sarah held him, like she finally understood his silence. Their first touch after months didn't start in bed. It started in their hearts. So marriage isn't destroyed by one big mistake. It dies slowly, in silence, in distance, in moments we ignore. Love doesn't disappear suddenly. It fades when we stop noticing each other. And it returns when we choose to try again. So Message to the viewer. If you are in a marriage like this, don't let silence end what love started. Stop assuming. Start talking. Touch each other again, not because you feel like it, but because you promise to choose each other, even when it's hard. Love is not a fire that keeps itself burning. It needs effort. It needs warmth. It needs two people willing to relight the spark every single day. Final closing narration. A sexless marriage doesn't mean a loveless one. Sometimes the most passionate love is simply waiting to be awakened again.